Do not attempt to adjust your programming. You are now listening to B-Movies and Beyond.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew.
Minute.
Pew,
I
I
just pewed like a eyelash in my eye.
dude, I wore my B Movies and Beyond shirt out in public.
Yeah. Did you get recognized?
I yes, it was great. Someone walked behind me and went pew pew pew, and I was like, "How do you know my podcast?" It's on the back of the shirt.
I think we need some B movies and Beyond like safety glasses so I don't get fucking eyelashes in my eye.
Well,
I literally
30
just blew
cents
one
a day.
it would just
To
keep
get
the
those?
eyelashes in your eyes.
all the time.
Yeah, because
That's
where would they go if you have safety glasses in front of your face?
Yeah, but I blew one, so the safety glasses would keep the air that I'm blowing from blowing eyelashes in my eye.
Sounds like some time cop shit.
No, only unless I went back in time to stop me from blowing. That sounds weird.
And you do blow, Peter. So, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome into the podcast, B Movies and Beyond, where we blow shit.
Wow, I was not part of this meeting.
Yeah, speak for yourself, Peter.
Well,
I know you just had a birthday and you get some candles you blew out, but
yeah,
that's
bullshit.
as far as it goes.
That's about as far as it goes.
Why don't you do the introductions, Ryan?
All right. In this corner.
No, it doesn't help the point.
Shut up. We have Tommy Gunn. And in this corner, we have.
Yeah, say. Am
You
I?
realize no one knows who you're pointing at.
Yeah, I'm Tommy Gunn.
Shut
Peter?
up, Peter. You're Tommy Gunn.
There you go. Okay.
And Evan, in this corner, we have Evan Clubber Lane. And then in this
That's right.
corner, we have
corner.
Ryan Thunderlips. And-
Ryan's corner.
Yeah. And then in the other corner, we already beat him up.
Okay, really? How did you not name Peter Thunderlips? Because he's the one that loves to blow.
You know what? In this
You
corner,
should've done an
we have
article.
Peter Thunderlips.
There we go.
Oh man, are these all characters from your movie?
Mm-mm.
Where are these from? Clubber
just
Lane.
new Pet names.
No, that's
for
from
us.
Clubber Lane. Is that from Rocky?
Yes.
Are all these people from
All
Rocky?
these people are from Rocky. Yes.
Thunderlips? When does that happen?
That's Hulk Hogan.
His name is Thunderlips. Oh man, I always love this game. Is trying to figure out what you're talking about because sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. This was a better one, Ryan. I can congratulate you on this one. It's good.
Tommy Gunn was from Rocky 5.
Yeah, because he was the one that he fights. He's trying to mentor.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
We should do a Rocky episode.
Dude, I love all the Rockies, which, I mean, I know we're not into this part, but dude, they're doing Creed 3 and they're taking out Rocky. What kind of shit is that?
That's why
He
I picked this
retired.
one. We did a Rocky theme.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was related. That's why I brought it in right now. But I mean, seriously, like, no, so he's gonna retire again, and like, I'm done training. I can't do it. Do you think they're gonna kill him off, and like, he's the cancer got him, even though he beat it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I think they're going to find out that he had a secondary life and his name was John Rambo, and that's how he went out.
I heard they have
another
another
small cameos.
How are they going to make
that's it.
another Rambo? He died.
What?
Yeah, I think. Rambo's dead.
He didn't die at the end of that one.
No?
With the drug cartel?
Yeah, oh shit, there's a drug cartel.
Yeah. I don't think he died.
I think he
Rambo.
did.
Did I sleep through his death?
Did you fall asleep during the movie?
I thought I paid attention the whole time.
I don't know.
Oh no.
I really don't remember.
Wikipedia says, let's see, a weekend Rambo sits on the porch of his father's house. vowing to continue fighting and keep memories of his loved ones alive. During the credits, Rambo saddles up on his horse and rides off into the sunset.
That's
Yeah.
why credits. I was like, porch. Okay, he died.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
It's like
I
see
like-
the old man on the porch, and then it's just credits.
I think every Stallone movie should end with him saddling up on his horse and riding off into the sunset. And then, like Fast and Furious style, Arnold Schwarzenegger like joins him on his horse, and they meet up like mid like gallop on this highway. And then they nod at each other, and then one goes and takes his career path this way, and the other one goes this way. And then they'll come back for their next Rambo vs. Terminator sequel.
One becomes the governor of California.
Oh, we should have governators fight each other. Stallone could be the governor of Texas, and
Jesse
Terminator.
Ventura.
Jesse
Yeah.
Ventura could be the governor of Minnesota, and
He was a governor, right?
Oh yeah.
Jesse Ventura. Yeah. Oh man, they need to make a movie together and fight each other. That'd be cool.
is Jesse Ventura still alive?
I think
so.
so. I think he went
Oh.
off the grid in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just crazy that they become like governors. Like that is just it's mind-boggling to me. I don't understand how it happens, but
Actors are people, Peter. They can
I
actually do
know.
other things than just lie.
You know,
but
I
I
have a question.
That's why they're so good at it.
Yeah. Like, would you rather have your governor or your mayor from wrestling and bodybuilding than one being a politician?
Only if the debate was like a cage match. Because that would be some pretty good, like Bob Dole coming up with the chair behind somebody. It'd be
Ah, that's-
great.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the other thing. Okay, another one. Kane. You guys know Kane, right?
Yeah.
Not personally.
I don't know
Yeah.
that well either. I know his brother, the Undertaker, personally, but Kane.
Oh, okay.
actually- yeah, he became the mayor of Knox County. So he's like doing
Ooh,
political
was it
stuff.
Hard Knocks County? Haha.
Hardcore, hard knocks.
There we go.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like if like The Rock ever ran for president or anything that he wanted to, I'd probably vote for him. You know, if he wanted to be the governor of Colorado, I'm in for that. You know, pretty much. I guess what I'm saying is there's a lot of celebrities that I'd probably get behind, to be honest, to vote them in.
I would
But
totally be down for The Rock.
Yeah, I think he would do good, but like, you know, he's the people's champ.
Dude, he can,
You know,
throw the people's elbow on foreign trade ethics, or I don't know.
Foreign
That's
trade
right.
ethics. Wow, you
I
went
would
dark.
I'd always be way like each time like anytime he did like a press conference, just like him to do like the people's or not the people's elbow, no, like the eyebrow, you know, and like, do you smell? Like that's like his catchphrase.
I would love for him to like say, "It doesn't matter what you think."
Oh, that'd be great. But do you think though, like, I mean, just being a celebrity, does that just automatically just kind of give you some like extra, you know, points or some extra votes because you're in the
Of
spotlight
course.
already? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
they already
have
got
a huge platform.
yeah, they got a leg up then on everyone else, huh?
Yeah, and plus they look a lot better than the politicians nowadays.
Yeah, they are pretty
No.
handsome.
Not Donald Trump.
Well, yeah, but still, he just had a lot of money.
And he had his show, you know, You're Fired, right? I
Mhm.
think that's what it's called. He was in Home Alone 2.
Yep. He was in 28 Days Later? 28 Days. 28 Days.
Donald
Was
Trump.
he really?
Yeah, some with Sandra Bullock and Hugh Grant.
Oh, not the zombie movie.
Yeah, not the zombie movie.
You need 28 weeks?
Sure. 28 days, 28 weeks. I don't know.
Or 9 months, or maybe it's 2 weeks notice. I think there's something called 28 weeks.
You got it. It's 2 weeks
It's-
notice.
Oh, is that one?
And then he was in.
Did he fire? Did he fire her?
No, he wanted to poached Sandra Bullock from Hugh Grant.
He wanted to hire her?
Yeah, exactly. And this was way before the firing.
Oh,
So
man.
he's breaking the mold already there. That's what gave him the idea. He's like, oh, I
Crazy.
want to hire you. Nope, never mind.
He was also in Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. With the boof.
Oh, I forgot the move.
Okay.
Yeah,
I forgot that he took over that wall and killed it. You know, I really feel like LaBeouf kind of like kills a lot of franchises, like Indiana Jones.
Is he the franchise
was
killer?
everybody else's fault.
Dude, what?
I think that was everybody else's fault, not just LaBeouf. Because,
Okay.
I mean, I can't blame him. Like,
They're
Peanut Butter
still.
Falcon.
It's good, but they're still making another Indiana Jones, and as far as I know, he's not included in it. So,
Well, yeah, because they tried to set up his character as the replacement. Fuck that. No one wants that. It's Harrison Ford all the way. We're going to clone Harrison Ford, and then he's just going to start all over again.
They should just use the dude from Solo as his replacement.
No.
I just don't think it would work no matter what because of the fact that, like it just, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. I brain fart. I just
The more you know.
yeah, I just literally went blank. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. What's happening?
The buff in the crystal skull.
Oh yeah. Hey, good segue. I got a quick question for you, and that is my answer. So, what trailer completely ruined a film for you? And I would say, actually, I guess my answer is more in reverse. So,
What film
See-
ruined the trailer for you?
because I watched the trailer for Indiana Jones 4, Island of Crystal Skulls or whatever, and I was like, I'm so on board. I went to the fucking midnight showing. Maybe some of you guys were there. I was pretty tired, and started watching that piece of shit, and I just like, I'm gonna lay down and take a nap because this is terrible and is not what the trailer promised. So it was kind of opposite. Let's do the opposite of the question.
The question I came up with?
Yes,
Okay.
sorry.
So,
Sorry.
what
Jeez,
movie ruined-
You're
Like-
so controversial, Peter. You're like,
A
no, let's do
trailer-
it this way.
so awesome, and then you actually watched the movie, and the movie ruined the trailer for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I would say Justice League. Yeah.
The Joss the Whedon cut.
Yeah.
I thought that
Yeah.
was like no matter what, so that didn't ruin it.
The trailer looked awesome. No. No. I'm gonna go with Batman vs Superman, because the first time you got to see those two together and you're like, oh cool, this is gonna be awesome. Then you actually watch the movie and it kind of sucked.
Yeah, I think I agree with that one because I feel like I had high hopes for it, and it
Yeah.
was shattered. So
Yeah,
I like
gotta
that.
say, Happy Time Murders.
oh, that's a good one, Evan. We
I
saw that
love that.
together, and
Yeah, like it's better than I remember because I did watch it recently, like a couple months ago. But it was still pretty like, what the hell is going on right now?
yeah, that was a rough one to get through. And you know, I feel like that's another thing too, is like once you like watch like something that's so bad and you watch it again, you're like, all right. It wasn't because you already had the bad taste in your mouth. I feel like watching it again, you know, it's gotta be really bad to really leave another bad taste in your mouth. But
Mac
you're
and
like,
me
you give
every time.
no,
So
never.
does that stupid fucking dancing teddy bear.
That
You know
just
what?
scares me. That's
It's pretty scary.
I never watched
Yeah.
that movie because I think you guys watched it and told me not to watch it.
You made us watch it, you dumbass.
Did I? I
Aubrey
don't.
did. It was Aubrey.
No, she would never watch
Yes.
it like this.
That
Yeah,
her
it
favorite
was.
movie.
Your
And she fell
ex-girlfriend made
asleep
us
through
watch it.
We have an episode. Go back.
No, she made us watch Mac and Me.
That's what we just
Talking
said.
about.
He had a brain fart too. He doesn't know what we're talking about.
Did you just have a stroke?
Wow, I was still looking up Happy Time Murderers.
No.
I'm watching this giant squid thing milk a cow.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
interesting.
no.
Oh, I've seen Mac and Me plenty of times. Kubiak, what do you want, bud?
Yeah, we thought
Oh,
that's
God.
what you're talking about. Holy crap!
I had a brain fart.
That's hilarious. All right, let's move on to some news, huh?
Yeah.
Let's.
Wow. All right, we got some new trailers already. They were released this week.
About time.
Space Jam, yeah, over the weekend, man. Like there's a couple different trailers that released over the weekend, which I was surprised by. But Space Jam: A New Legacy was one of them,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have to say, like at first, I was on board until like the very end of this trailer, where not as much. As soon as they became like 3-dimensional,
Thank you.
yeah, that kind of pissed me off.
I have huge issues with this. Like, I loved it when they were actually like hand-drawn cartoons, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we have 3D powers now. And it's like, oh my god, get away from CG, please.
Yeah,
Like, what happened to actual like pencil drawing?
Exactly,
Yep.
that was the charm of it, and that was the other thing. Like, they also drew James as well. So I feel like there's gonna be like a whole section of this whole movie where it's all gonna be animated, which I'm okay with. But I don't know. I just stick to what Space Jam the original did. Like, I love that whole the animation, like the Roger Rabbit, man. Like had the animation with the live action people. Like, I wanted to see more of that, and doesn't seem like they're doing. They're making the CGI, the 3D.
Yeah,
Well, it's
and-
because they're in the giant server now. Duh.
Oh god, that pisses me off too.
They're in the Tron
serververse.
server. Yeah.
And then it's all like, and then you see them flying around and like, oh hey, we're going past the Game of Thrones server. It's like, wait, what?
No, they're
I
planets.
was actually okay with that.
I was so annoyed.
He
I was
went
like,
through a Wizard of Oz. There was
Yeah.
Batman
It does-
and
Yeah, but it does change like the whole idea of what Space Jam was. Is like the Looney Tunes like had their own basically like reality or or the animation had its own reality. Like 2D had its own dimension. Like, I like that idea. Like, yeah, you're right. They're going away from it. But
Wait,
I don't know.
if
Is
you
this
remember-
like a reboot then?
No.
yeah,
No.
yes, it's
No.
like New Legacy.
No.
That's what I was
Yes.
thinking.
There's one scene where Bugs is wearing the original Space Jam jersey, the Toon Squad one. So this means it's a continuation of what that was.
Now, do you think Michael B. Jordan will make an appearance and try to take the spotlight away from Michael Jordan?
That would be so funny.
That would be Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, wrong one, guys.
You know,
It's
I
like,
just
oh, that's me. Remember, like the dunking and the tongue hanging out, the shoes. Come on.
You know what this reminds me of? It doesn't remind me of a Space Jam movie. It reminds me of Ready Player One Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I heard that too, especially at the end with all the different fucking people in it, which I guess I recognized some people when I was watching the trailer, but then like once I started seeing all this news on it, like there's a whole bunch of people. Like he already mentioned, like the Game of Thrones, even Clockwork Orange is in it. Like pretty much anyone that's related to WB, Warner Brothers, is in this. Well, a reference in this movie, basically, as the crowd at the very end.
Don Cheadle, yeah.
Yes, he's Warner Brothers.
No, he's not. That is
Oh.
War Machine.
That's a good point. Good point.
And Iron Giant is Universal.
What? No, I think that's Warner Brothers.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been so long.
But that doesn't make sense because Ready Player One, he was in that as well.
Oh
And that was
god, it's a
Warner Brothers, right?
multiverse.
Oh my gosh, it is a multiverse. And it is Warner Brothers as well.
What
It's
did we discover?
We discovered the Iron Giant is just a big Iron Man.
What?
I don't know what he means by that either, but I mean, he's not wrong, I guess.
I am so confused right now. Like,
You know what's
I am worried
confusing?
for your health, Ryan.
I might be having a stroke. I don't know.
Seriously.
But Ghostbusters. What's up with that? Are we moving on from Space Jam?
Apparently.
because Space Jam, I mean, I guess I have to watch the movie because the trailer was just like, meh.
When is it? It comes out in July? I
Yeah, it's
believe?
way too far away.
Yeah, that's like 3 months, right? That's about the right time to do it.
They're gonna delay it.
Dude, you're fucking wrong. The giant
everything's
Iron Man is Warner Brothers.
Then the review podcast YouTube thing I watched after watching the trailer with all the Easter eggs lied to me.
Well, you better reach out to them and
This
figure
is
that
why you
shit
do
out.
your research, Ryan.
I was trying to do my
You gotta do
research,
your fact checks. Don't just
and
think
I'm
the
go-
internet's correct.
I'm gonna go in the comments.
You do
Surprised I
it.
didn't think it was Marvel because of the giant Iron Man.
He kind of looks like the Iron Man.
Not
Just
at
gonna
all.
say anything that is metal and looks like in the form of a man, you're just gonna call it. It looks like the Iron Man.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
makes sense.
Doctor Doom looks like Iron Man.
Yeah, you're right. I always thought that was odd.
Yeah.
So disappointing.
First suit,
Yeah.
the first suit, the one that he gets out of the cave with.
Oh yeah, dude, that was totally a ripoff of the Iron Giant. You're right.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
I'm surprised Warner Brothers hasn't tried suing.
Well, then they would have to go and sue Marvel because Marvel created that suit way back in the day.
Oh,
But-
good point.
I don't know, and it would just be a battle of who has more money. And I think Disney does, right?
Probably.
Here, that's
Yeah,
a Google. Who
That's like-
has more money, Disney or
Ryan.
Who's
Right.
behind you, Brian?
Yeah.
oh shit?
Oh man. Special appearance by Roman. Wow. I didn't even how long was he there, Evan? I didn't even know.
No, only like 30 seconds. I saw
Yeah,
his
it
arm,
is-
and I was all like, Ryan.
Man, this is crazy. Again, check out our YouTube channel to see what was behind Ryan. Hey, actually, I
24
gave it
minutes
away.
and 30 seconds in.
Ish. All right, what Ghostbusters Afterlife, right? The just released today, April 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Which this is kind of a weird one, but it was just like a little like clip of Paul Rudd in the grocery store, and then these mini Stay Puft Marshmallow men start popping out and doing all kinds of weird stuff, which I mean, I love seeing new content for the movie, but I have to say, like, I think I was a little bit like I hope the rest of the movie isn't this like corny. Like that was just such a weird thing in my opinion, and the CGI wasn't like impressive like it reminded me of like Ghostbusters, the female one, you know, like that kind of and that CGI, like kind of like cartoony.
Like, they were very cute, but not very
Yes.
scary. It was much more like I was watching a little bit of, like, Gremlins, but in the Ghostbusters universe.
Yeah, I like that. That fits.
I got that vibe too. They're like gremlin, like.
Yeah, and they're, like, doing, like, all the little voices, like, yay, hee hee, ho ho.
I think it's kind of fun. what I like is how they gave character to the Stay Puft Man. Like he wasn't
He
just
had character.
he wasn't
He
just
went
a
angry
big,
face.
yeah, I know. And well, he's not just a big marshmallow iron giant.
God damn it.
He was never an Iron Giant. He
I know,
was
he's-
just a giant marshmallow man.
What if he had an iron exoskeleton inside? You
I mean,
don't
I'm
know.
sure he did because that was all like, miniatures and shit. But, or was it? Maybe they put. Who's watched the behind the scenes stuff? Did they put like a person in a marshmallow suit, or did they make? Was it miniatures?
It was actually the Michelin Man. He just let himself go. He was just kind of like cross promotion.
those extra like what do you call them? Round things just popped out because he got so big.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. And he put on a
Yeah.
Sylvester hat. But
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
I was just, from my opinion, does it increase your want to see this movie or decrease it? Because in my opinion, it kind of made it like decrease because like what I just said, like it just looked too cutesy and I almost hope that gets cut from the movie. Like I hope this isn't even in the movie.
For me, it's like Baby Yoda. It's like shit. Now I have to see it. Damn it.
So okay, so having
This
a
got
baby
me.
Yoda or baby mini Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, like you're all like, now you really want to go see it.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
I'm
So
down.
I'm
with
the
that.
only one that's I was the only one that was like, because then right after they do that, like at least the YouTube video I watched, like you watch the full trailer, which again I keep on being blown away by the trailer, and I'm so excited. And then I'm also just the aspect of Paul Rudd's character. I feel like I just love him, and I think he's gonna be very involved, which I'm excited about.
This is something I wish they actually hid and wait till the movie comes out. And then
Yeah,
this is a good laugh. Like, I would react to it much better because it's like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
And it's just like, this is just full of like memories. I'm like, oh, they hit the nostalgia factor for me.
yeah. Well, but made him small and cutesy.
He was always cute.
they're gonna
I guess
grow up.
there's-
You know that,
but,
right?
dude. Oh, is that there's gonna be just hundreds of giant iron marshmallow men?
They're gonna all form into one giant flubber iron giant.
Mhm.
Just get it right.
Sorry.
They're gonna get
I
like
forgot this movie was coming out.
me
Dude,
too. Actually,
well, that was the other thing, and that's why I'm glad they did it. But guess when it comes out?
November
2020.
11th, 2021.
Yeah, that's a very good guess, right?
Was that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
But okay, so when I like we were just talking about the Space Jam, like, hey, it's a little bit too soon to like see a trailer for it. But now I feel like having this little thing, I'm like, dude, you just got me all excited, even though I wasn't liked it that much. But then I had to go look, like, when is this actually coming out? And I gotta wait for fucking November. I'm kind of pissed now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like 7 months.
It's too long.
No, it's not. Just patience. Have more of your green drink, and then it'll be good.
The
Which green? Oh, the limes?
Those are limes in there. He's drinking
Yeah.
some lime soda.
with vodka. Yeah.
Vodka.
Yeah. Did you guys see the second trailer for Loki?
I did.
Oh.
And the Time Cop?
Yeah, he is like a time cop. I hope we see Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
That'd be the
Yeah.
best.
I'm
Or
on
at
the
least
fence with
reference
this.
it. Are ya?
I really am. Like, I'm just like, okay, I see what they're kind of doing, so I see how it's related to the films, but I don't know how invested I'm going to be.
Well, I already forget that Captain Falcon and the Autumn Soldier is not even they release episodes every Friday. I forget that, and I have to go back on like the day I've forgotten. I'm like, shit, I gotta watch Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So,
Do you really?
I mean, it's good, but it's not like I have to drop everything I'm doing to watch it. Good, like Mandalorian.
I waited for that.
And it was good.
I gotta say, I don't know. I'm invested with the Falcon and Autumn Soldier. Yeah, I am really digging it so far. But here's the thing, though, with this whole Loki thing, and I think they're kind of even doing this with Captain Falcon and the Autumn Soldier as well. Is they're going so deep and adding so much that I feel like it's almost they even did this with WandaVision, right? It's adding too much to the MCU where I feel like it might get a little bit confusing, or they're doing stupid shit where I'll be honest, like I feel like they should just left, Vision dead. Like don't bring back a white Vision. Like it's that kind of stuff that I'm like, I don't like that. And
What
so
if
this
he was
whole
a black
idea,
Vision?
oh, I'm on board. But like Loki, so like his whole thing is that like, hey, you had the Tesseract and like you created all these timelines, but in Avengers Endgame, they did the exact same thing. They created alternate realities. Like Steve Rogers, Captain America, went back to an alternate reality and had another branch. Like, is Loki going to fix that? Like I feel like with this, they're coming up with cool ideas, but at the same time, they're almost making issues for themselves in the MCU. And so
I'm nervous on what the hell, like how much do I actually have to watch to understand the next movie coming out? Because it feels like I have to watch everything, and it's all like, my God, I feel like whenever I buy Avengers, that should come with a Disney Plus subscription. Because they're like, hey, hold on to your butts. Here's where we're going next. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Like,
I mean, it looks like really well made and everything. And I'm happy to see Owen Wilson. And the action looks really good.
The action and it looks funny. Like I was laughing through the trailer. Like it looks legit funny.
I like that awkward moment where he's wearing his crown, but then he's just in normal clothes, and it's all like, "Did we just have to establish? Hey, yes, this is Loki."
It's still Loki.
And it's like, now he's just in a trench coat, so don't worry.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it, but we'll see what happens. I just feel like they're creating some issues for themselves by expanding it so much. But then I think about the comic books. The comic books do the exact same shit where there's just so much that they throw out, and they're just like, oh, don't worry about it. It's just an alternate timeline. Like you can do whatever you want in a comic book, and like I feel like that's what they're kind of doing now with these like the TV series. Like it was the same shit. Like when they had the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. At first, it was like kind of like what was happening in the cinematic universe was related to what was happening in the show. And then all of a sudden, like they're like, no, we don't care what you're doing on this show, and like it's not related at all. Like that's kind of the way that they went. And there's big shit that was happening in the show that never made it into the movies. So I almost feel like they're kind of going down that same path where they're creating issues. But I don't know.
I'm waiting.
I'm invested.
I'm waiting for the Marvel Universe to be like, well, for this arc, you need to watch episodes 2, 7, and 19.
They're gonna do it.
Then
they are.
It's all
They
like,
might.
oh yes.
I think that is gonna be a big problem. Because what if a series sucks, but like a movie's awesome? What if a series ruins a movie? Like, what if WandaVision was so awesome, but Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness Magnitude with starring Ash Williams is gonna be terrible?
Never.
I don't think so. Any movie with Ash Williams is going to be good.
Did you know that they're talking about having Marvel zombies in that movie?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like with the multiverse that they're talking about, dude, like you could do whatever you want. You can just get glimpses of all this and have a heyday with it, which like Sam Raimi's like the perfect person to direct it and help write it to do that, which I think is gonna be awesome. But they don't have to stop there. They just get to like tease it and then just go away from it and never talk about it again. Like that's this movie. Like that's that movie. That could also be potentially the movie that the Spider-Man 3 movie is going to be all about. You know, you just get to like have it and then you get to walk away from it and never even talk about it again. Like, or maybe like the next movie is just like, that was weird, right? Yeah. And that's it. Like it's, I love the idea behind it if you can execute it right. So, but back to the whole, like, you know, the Marvel like TV shows, like, I honestly think you're not going to need it. Like, I don't feel like I needed to watch all of WandaVision to be prepared for Doctor Strange 2. I really don't. And I think they're going to do a well job. Like,
I think you do.
I don't think so. Like, if you want more backstory, sure. But you can easily explain that in a couple sentences, you know, just be like, oh man, she went off her rocker and she found this book and now she's doing crazy shit. Like that's all you have to do. Or they also introduce that whole book, which again, they can easily just, you know, talk about it briefly and I'll be on board. I don't think I need to watch these shows. And again, I think that might be an issue is that these shows aren't connected enough, maybe.
You're attacking Marvel fanboys everywhere just by your opinion.
But it's like this, you know, when they do those comic books, you know, the comic books, like you get more of the information, but it's not necessary to actually fully understand the movie, you know? Like they did that with Star Wars. I think they even did that. Did they do that with some Marvel stuff? I think just Star Wars. They have like comic books that are like that, like the prequel to that movie is in a comic book, and the only way to know like certain things, but it doesn't ruin the movie though. As far as I know, maybe it does.
So what you're saying is
ruin
like the
the
comic
movie.
book.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's like
like
the trailers.
yeah, could the comic books ruin a good movie?
I don't know. I just feel like they do all these prequels and tie-ins, but I don't go and get all those comic books. And
Are you
know,
even
like,
a fan?
enough.
Not to Disney standards.
That's
You gotta buy all the merch.
Tonight's
like-
meeting. Are you a fan? Enough.
Yeah. But, like speaking of like being like enough of a fan, like hey, we're finally coming into the final season of The Walking Dead, and like I feel like I'm a fan enough because I really enjoyed the comic books, even though I did stop at a certain point. And I did the exact same thing with the TV shows, but I'm enough of a fan that like, hey, it's finally ending. Maybe that's not a fan at all because you don't want it to end.
Is it ending?
I saw an article that's saying the final season is going to be released or premiering in August of this year, and it's going to be like 24 episodes long. So like
oh, they're gonna do that stupid split season. That's when they lost me. When they did split seasons. When
That was very draining.
yeah, when I got like 6 episodes and then I had to wait 3 months for the other 6 episodes, I was like,
what was that?
done.
Didn't they always do that? Where like you had like a mid-season finale?
Yeah, and it sucked every time because
And
it's
it
all like,
sucked every time.
who's gonna die this time? Oh, okay. And then they're like, hey, guess what? We found a new survivor. Here's their story. And now someone else is gonna die at the season finale. And it was just rinse and repeat. It's like it got way too formulaic.
Well, I agree with that, and that's why I stopped watching. And also, I hate to say this, but even the comic books, you know, were a little bit. I wanted more, and it wasn't enough to keep me invested. Which I hate to say that, but it's true. So I was enough.
For me, it was different because they were two different mediums, and I just gave up on both at the same time. But I still have.
Wait, so you got to the
for the
same
comic
points?
book. No, I
Did
got
it?
much further in the books.
Okay, I got pretty far in the books too, and but again, like it was I don't know. Maybe I waited too long. I got caught up and I waited too long.
You know what this?
But
You know what The Walking Dead reminded me of?
what?
Power Rangers. Power Rangers first couple seasons when they were the original Power Rangers, you grew and loved these teenagers who were like these badasses. And then like season 3 and 4, they switched all the actors and then they switched all the suits. Same fucking story over and over, but it's all these new faces. I'm looking at all these other faces and I'm like, I don't know who these people are. Who's Aaron? Who's Enid? Who's Jesus and Eugene and
Well,
Negan?
Really didn't go very far, but they now they're also.
I think I got to season 8 because
I
got to the point. Let me finish.
Okay, I gotta see. You finish.
I forgot where I'm at.
Season 8.
Season 8. I got to season 8 right before they announced that Andrew Lincoln was not going to be renewing and they're going to do spin-off movies with him. That's where I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with the series. Actually, I was done at season 7. That's where I was at. Yeah. So I've lost interest in this a long time ago.
See, I ducked out in like season 3, I think.
I think
maybe
you
4.
were much earlier, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, hey, it just was. I still love the story and each character's development,
Mm-hmm.
but it was so strange for me because I like the comics so much, and then they're telling this completely different story, which I loved and hated at the same time. Because I'm like, hey, no, I want to see the comic like in real life,
Right.
like the first season. But then it's all like, yeah, no, we're going all the way, like this way. And it's like, what the hell just happened to me?
That's what I signed up for. I signed up for the comic book. That's what I signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
And when I wasn't getting the comic book, I wasn't interested. And then they started changing all the different storylines and adding these. The only exception to this rule, I would say, would be Daryl. But Daryl never put Daryl in the comic books either.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what if they really wanted to introduce Daryl? They could have easily sold 1 million more comic books with Daryl as the new character from the show.
See, I'm glad they didn't, though.
But I think they would have.
Oh, they would have, of course. Because, I mean, Daryl was everybody's favorite. Well, most people's favorite. It's like Raphael for the Ninja Turtles.
He's getting a spin-off.
Raphael?
See? That's what's happening.
Yeah, Raphael is in The Walking Dead.
Raphael did get a spin-off in the comic books.
Yeah, but did he fight zombies?
He killed the Shredder.
Oh, okay.
So, ha.
So I think you're right. Okay, I'm down with that. But he might have fought some zombies. Long story boring. I'm glad that this long story that's boring is now ending. Because it should have ended a couple seasons ago. But I'm kind of over the zombie thing. I think we had a freaking influx of zombies for the longest time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Ryan, how do you support the show?
Don't watch Creed 3 because Stallone's not in it.
That's right.
You can buy one of these cool. Well, actually, you can't buy one of these cool shirts. These are cool shirts for us, but you could buy a cool shirt kind of like this, and then you can you can check us out on Instagram,
YouTube, where you see what you're talking about for the cool shirts.
I'm getting all the shitty ones out first.
Oh, they go to YouTube.
Yeah, then we get Twitter and then Facebook, but mostly YouTube. Because we're on YouTube every Monday. It's like we do a weekly podcast. Is it Monday?
I get it out when I get it out.
It's usually Monday. It's Mondays. We record Thursdays. That gives Peter enough time to remember Sunday night to go, oh, shit, I got to get the podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, but
And
sometimes I'm like, I'm tired. I'll figure it out tomorrow.
And then he still does it on Monday.
Yeah.
Woo!
Or Tuesday.
We're going to be streaming on Twitch soon. Yep. And we're going to figure out Facebook or YouTube Live. I think that's a thing. And then if you want, we'll be on VCR. So I think, yeah, just YouTube, podcasts. We do podcast stuff too. You know, Do it. We're on Spotify. How do you find us on Spotify? Don't you have to look up like cat butthole or something?
I mean, that's the easiest way.
That's the easiest way. And then we're on podcast, and then we're on all kinds of podcast formats. Like just type in podcast.
Wherever you listen to podcasts.
Apple's podcast.
Yeah, you find us. I get it. Yeah, you're right. That podcast. Yeah. Good job, Ryan.
You can buy more shirts.
Yeah.
We have a rockin' logo, and we got a pew pew in the back.
Yeah, if you find Ryan, just pew pew behind him. He loves it.
All over the back of my neck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit, yeah. So, and we talk about interesting things, and usually, if you bring up The Walking Dead, we'll argue with you about it.
Yeah. Well, we're way behind schedule, so let's move into some reviews.
Okay.
I'm up first this week, guys.
You're always up first because you're the hostess with the mostest.
That's right. And this was going to be, I think this would be pretty sweet or short and sweet because I watched a TV movie from 2007 called Something Beneath. It was on Amazon Prime, so I had no idea. Honestly, I thought this was going to be a sea creature movie. It is not. It is something that's under the ground, but not under the sea, which I was hoping for. Because the poster for this, or the screenshot, whatever you want to call it, for like this movie, had like this chick like wrapped up like in a tentacle. So like automatically, it's like, oh, this gotta be like an octopus or something. Like I'm all on board, you know. You know how I love sea creatures, and it's not. It's some weird goo that's under like this. Because it's a casino. It's like a fucking resort or some shit, like in the mountains. And this black goo is all pissed off that it built its resort here, and so now it tries to scare you into leaving, and leave the goo's area, the earth behind, basically. So it could do its goo things.
Goo has tentacles.
It does have tentacles, but it's not a sea creature, so it's not very cool. But you know what is cool?
No, what is?
Kevin Sorbo.
Well, hold up, Peter. Hold on. It has tentacles. It has appendages. It has something that a sea creature has. That's totally a sea creature.
No, it's not. It's not living in the sea. It's living in the sewer. Doesn't count.
Where does the sewer go?
This one does not go to the ocean or the sea. It's like in the mountains, which I'm pretty sure does not lead. It probably goes to a water treatment center.
And then it goes. And then it gets sent out to California, which is by what?
It gets recycled and cleaned so that we can drink it in our tap water or in our toilets. Isn't that what happens? Yeah,
it kind of also looks like the Sarlacc pit from Space Jam. I mean,
a little bit.
Star Wars,
yeah. The very end, it is kind of like that.
Which that wasn't a sea creature either, and that had tentacles. That was a sand creature.
Exactly.
Like Beetlejuice.
And I would say this is more like a sand creature than anything else, because it was kind of living in the dirt / sewers. I don't know. It was weird, and it's a TV movie, so like you gotta have low expectations for this. But I didn't know that. I just thought I was gonna see a sea creature movie, and it wasn't. But Kevin Sorbo, the best Hercules ever.
What?
Yeah. See, he plays Father. What's his face? Douglas Milton, which I never thought he'd be like a good like priest, but he did a really good job, and he made me want to go back to church. I'll say that. But why does a priest need to go to the ecological summit at this resort? I have no idea. It was.
Was it part of the plot of the film, or were you just so disappointed with it wasn't a sea creature, you just shut that part out?
Dude, you have no idea how long I was waiting for, like, where's the sea creature to get here? Like, I waited
just
a very
never
long
showed
time.
up.
No, it never did. But still though, why do priests need to go to ecological summit? Like, do they really care about the environment? I don't think they really care, but this guy
Everyone
does.
care about the environment, Peter.
Someone's got to
like you. You like sea creatures. You care about the sea creatures.
I do. It makes me sad when there's like the can plastic thing, that sea creatures can get stuck in. It makes me sad. You gotta cut those up, okay?
So if this
Very
thing
true.
was actually in the sea and it was crawling through the can holder thing, you would cut those to save its life?
Oh, absolutely. Because I mean, dude, seriously, this creature was just misunderstood. Like, he was just pissed off that you built upon his.
That would
his
be the
home.
coolest movie.
Is that he was
realize-
just
Go
Like
ahead.
Peter's going around like
sea
like
creatures pissed off and killing people until I just cut off the fucking can things.
Peter gets close enough to like one of his tentacles. He's like, "Oh, dude, he's just stuck. Give me some scissors." And he cuts it, and he's like sweet and happy, and he's like, "Aw."
Dude,
Now
that
I want
is
you to
all-
make this correlation. Think of the plot of It. Similar.
Cut the balloon.
kind of. Yeah.
Wait.
But it wasn't. I feel like the thing of it was more about like bullying. You gotta bully the bully to make them small. That's what I got out of that movie. At least the
Wow,
second
you
one.
didn't pay attention at all either.
There was There was parts about the whole. No, I think that was the gist of the story. Anywho,
Oh my god.
You really think that Kevin Sorbo was the best Hercules when there was The Rock as Hercules,
oh,
Mhm.
absolutely.
or
That was pretty bad.
Arnold
And it-
Schwarzenegger?
The Rock didn't have Aeolus.
Oh wait, never mind.
Or Bruce
Dude.
Campbell as the Master of Thieves.
Yeah, dude, Kevin, and I think he killed it, man. Like, especially because like I like the idea that like he was just kind of like he was a giant, not an iron giant. I mean, you could debate that, but like he was just tall, but like he's a god, so he was like kind of ripped, but at the same time, like because he's a god, he doesn't really need to be like super huge like The Rock because he's like invested with like god powers. So I think he did an awesome job. Dude, I always watch Hercules, man. Like, was that part of like TGIF Fridays or some shit, or what did they do? They had like an action like pack like Friday shit. Do you remember that?
No, that shit was on
It-
UPN.
It was
Dude, no, they-
Hercules and then Xena. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. There's also they did some other stuff too where it was like a Knight Rider spinoff. Do you remember like they had like the squad of Knight Rider cars? And then also when Hulk Hogan had his Thunder Bay or some shit with the fucking like tank boat thing, like they would rotate those movie or
I do
shows
remember
into
that.
these-
What?
Yeah,
That's
it's like
awesome.
Dude, you don't know about this series?
No,
Oh
He has a
man, I thought you were a
Oh,
Hulk
yeah.
Hogan fan.
You actually
Um,
helped me with my recommendation, so thank you.
You're welcome.
What?
But something
Thunder in
beneath.
Paradise. Oh, cool.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, something beneath is not a sea creature movie. And it's if you want a good laugh, it's okay for that. Like I love the premise behind it because like you get this goo on it from the thing and it make your worst fears come to life, which I don't know why goo from a desert tentacle creature would make that happen, but whatever.
Well, Peter, would like a blue crushed up flower make you see all your worst fears?
Yes, it does every single time.
It does. See, this is just the goo version.
Okay. All right. It was like the Seeker of the Ooze or Ivan Ooze from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's a TV movie, so you can't expect much. But I it was all right. The ending, not much of an ending. This is like one of the worst endings I've probably ever seen. So if you're big into that, don't watch it. And that's all I have to say. Kevin Sorbo is the best Hercules ever.
I
All
approve
right.
of that message.
I'll go with it. Only because you brought up Hulk Hogan and you brought up Bruce Campbell, all in that same description.
Yeah,
If they work with
that
Kevin,
help.
if they work with Kevin
Yeah.
Sorbo. Oh, and Lucy Lawless is a fox, dude.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Who was Kevin Sorbo's like sidekick? in
Eolus.
Hercules? Yeah, but who played that?
Eolus. I don't know his real name.
Duh.
Oh, Ryan Gosling played like the young Hercules.
Did he?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, he did. I thought he played the sidekick, but he was the young Hercules.
See,
That
I
guy's
just
name is
remember
Michael
Heath
Hurst.
Ledger in Roar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's all I remember.
Michael Hurst was Eoris.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Ryan Gosling was young Hercules?
Yeah.
Gosh, they were really reaching for that one, weren't they?
Again, like I mean,
He
dude,
grew
he's a
into
guy.
it.
Yeah. Evan, you're up. It's your turn.
I'm up. All
Yep.
right. So this was a journey for me. I did try watching Kong versus Godzilla,
Dude, me too.
and it hurt me. And I was like, I don't got time for this because there's all this plot. I can't pay attention, and I got to go to bed because I got work in the morning. So I gave that up. And then for the last week, I've been watching Kingsman: The Secret Service again. Because
How long is that movie? For the
Yeah.
only like 2 hours, but I've just been very, very busy. I was
I don't have an hour or 2 hours for freaking Godzilla, but I got a week for Kingsman.
Yeah. Yeah.
it was good.
But you've seen it before. That's why you felt comfortable with like, all right, I can break this up into segments. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Okay.
And I have seen this before, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But then it just finally was like, you know what? This is actually a very good movie because it's a weird, quirky spy film. And my God, Samuel L. Jackson plays a great, great evil philanthropist, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, evil one, but
Yeah, more or less. Who loves McDonald's?
Yeah.
And
And
has
and I
lips.
love his lisp is great. Like, oh my God. He just has his character was actually like kind of deep. It's like, hey, they put thought into this. He hates blood, but he doesn't mind killing people to save the world. And like even Mark Hamill's appearance, I forgot how small that was. And I remembered when I saw it the first time, I didn't realize who the hell he was.
he was a cock knocker.
He put on some weight for it, and I was like, who is this guy?
Oh yeah.
Didn't he
But
also
he
have a beard?
sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other part that threw me was the
Well,
beard.
and then the English accent. I'm like, who the
Oh,
hell
yeah.
is this guy?
Yeah.
American actors can't do English accents. We all know this. That's why we bring
Exactly.
the
It's all-
English over here to do American
it's-
accents.
Yes, it's opposite.
Yeah, and I forgot like how much fun this film was, just with like the crazy editing, like even the title screen coming at you, and how well it used its music too.
Mm-hmm.
So
That womp womp like that, like it's not Terminator, but every time you like saw the villains or they were having them in that scene, you heard that like recognizable music behind it. I that's what I remember about the Kingsman. Oh, dude, and when they kill the puppy, or don't
Dude.
kill him.
oh wow.
I did. It's Matthew Vaughn directed it, dude. Like he does a great job.
They should give him the X-Men. They should give him the X-Men.
Yeah, like the first one. The first
Yeah.
one was cool.
I was actually thinking about this, and I actually want more of these films
Yeah.
because it's just
Right.
like I want those crazy, wacky super spy films.
You're in luck, Evan, because they're doing another one.
See, but that one's a prequel, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Did you see the Golden Circle,
Mm.
by the way?
I have, yes.
Okay.
And
don't-
How do you
that,
feel about that?
Yeah.
that one I wasn't a big fan of because Julianne Moore is the bad guy. Wasn't the
Yeah.
best. Like she was very evil, but she didn't have that charisma that Samuel L. Jackson did.
Yeah, I remember not liking it as much, but like when I think about it now, I'm like, there's still a lot of parts I liked in that film, and
Oh, sure.
I I think I just gotta stop comparing it to the first one because the first one was just amazing, and I'm with you, Evan, too. Like the King's Man now, it's gonna come out this year. Like it's kind of the same thing. Like I'm not sure. I'm hesitant, but at the same time, like, dude, watching the trailer, it looks just as fun as the other movies. Even maybe
Well, that's
toned down a little bit.
that's the weird thing
So,
is like I love a period piece, but then what they introduced us was like all modern day stuff. And so I'm like,
mhm.
how much are we going to lose? Because this is supposed to be kind of like the original Kingsman, the founding of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, hey, that would be fun to have like an actual cameo of Michael Caine because he was in the first one, and I was like, oh, that'd be nice, but are they going to like CGI him? And that's kind of like what I'm nervous about.
Yeah.
But just like this was just such a great spy movie because it was so weird. And then, my God, like the church scene, I forgot.
Oh.
Holy hell! Like,
I
Yeah.
think that's the thing. Like, I don't feel like some of these iconics, or I don't know if they're iconic, but these amazing scenes that were in the first one, I felt that's what was missing from the Golden Circle. There was like, I don't think there was anything that blew my mind in this the Golden Circle, but the first one just like, whoo, oh man, like that
Well,
was such a hard movie to top.
he this is the first series that he was able to kind of get a trilogy because Matthew Vaughn did Kick-Ass,
Mm-hmm.
and Kick-Ass was a fucking fantastic movie. Then Kick-Ass 2 sucked, and then he did X-Men First Class. Then he did the story of Days of Future Past, but they gave that back to Bryan Singer, and that's when he went off and did Kingsman. If they would have just gave him X-Men and continued to give him X-Men, we would have fantastic X-Men movies. Disney, do us a favor. With 3 cents a day, you can buy Evan new headphones and bring back Matthew Vaughn as director of the X-Men.
don't forget Peter needs eyelash protectors.
Oh yeah,
I do.
Disney gets eyelash protectors for Peter too. And yeah,
Yeah.
and don't let Bryan Singer touch anything Disney related. By the way,
I don't think it's allowed to. You got in trouble with that whole sex thing with what's that movie you like, Evan?
What?
App Pupil? Is that what it was? Didn't he direct
Oh,
that?
Apt People? I don't remember. I just
Mhm.
remember it was a really good Stephen King book.
Isn't
And I
there
actually
like
liked the film a lot.
Isn't it like a whatchamacallit? Yeah, it's Bryan Singer. Yeah, this is the movie he got in trouble for. Like there's like a shower scene with like young kids and they're like naked, right?
I don't remember that off the top of my head.
I bought you this movie. Go watch it.
I made you watch it.
I don't think I watched it.
You watched it with me.
I fell asleep then. Because I do not know this film, but
Yeah. But anyway, Kingsman, I
Yeah.
want to see more of this, especially in the modern age, because I just love the whole little climate change spin on it. And I am interested in the new one coming out. So this was a good way for me to hype myself up for it. So I highly recommend it.
I like it.
Ryan?
I agree.
I agree. So guys, good old Ryan fashion. I watched a movie right before the podcast. I almost missed the cut because I'm like Evan, wherever Stumpy Donut went. I've been trying to
going.
watch Godzilla vs. Batman for like a week. So I haven't been able to finish that movie. So I was like, you know what, Peter already
Is
talked
it a
about
tough one to finish to climax to?
and so I watched a Stallone movie because I recently
So much easier to climax to.
Yes, sir, Peter. Yes, sir.
Uh,
I hit the climax on this movie quick.
Because it's over the top.
Have you seen this movie, Over the Top?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, I've never seen this. So, yeah, okay. So in the first 5 minutes of this movie, I was like, wait a minute. Am I watching a movie about Stallone trying to rekindle with his estranged son from a rich family while his wife is dying of cancer and he's a low-life deadbeat truck driver who wins arm wrestling competitions and his son hates him? I was like, how have I never watched this movie? And the dude's name is the best 90s new metal band song group ever. Lincoln Hawk is his name. Like, come on.
I think that's where Linkin Park got it from. Like they wanted to go with Linkin Hawk, but like, oh man, there's issues with that. What's the next best thing? Park's pretty close.
Park's pretty close, unless that's how we spell Lincoln.
Yeah.
Dude, this movie's great. He spends some time with his son. He teaches his son how to arm wrestle. He prevents his son from seeing his mother from dying. There's a rich old man trying to chase him down and keep the son away from. They're playing a big keep away game, and then epiphany happens. Hey, I'm gonna go sell my truck, and I'm gonna go win a better truck by winning this arm wrestling competition. Fucking arm wrestling competition. This was a thing. It had sponsors. It had an event center. It had multiple days. This
you know
was
they actually exist, right?
I didn't know it was this big.
Oh,
Arm wrestling?
Look up the arm wrestlers. They're terrifying because they do have one giant arm.
Shut up.
They do. I swear to God.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Oh, they do.
Yeah, it's like, yep, this is my dominant arm. And I love how it's all like, yep, obviously they masturbate that much.
Oh, dude. Could you imagine? Like, all right, switch arms. No, that arm's not working out. All right. Well, this is one of the best, like, stereotypical 80s movies. It had a montage. It had arm wrestling. It had amazing sponsors like Alka-Seltzer and Marlboro and beer company, Budweiser probably. And it had a black guy, an Irish guy, buff guy, a fat guy who drank oil, and pro wrestlers as bodyguards, and lots of money, but not a lot of money. And it was the 80s. And honestly, this should be remade, probably with Stallone.
Could it be remade, though? Because this was the 80s.
Yeah, there wasn't anything that was, like, really offensive. It's not like that one movie where Teen Wolf where they're calling each other faggot like that. Like, it wasn't like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy drinking the oil, that may be socially unacceptable now. It's like, oh my God. He's supporting the oil industry.
Well, they cut that. He'd be like sucking on batteries or the electric
the
cars.
Yeah,
Like electricity, man.
electric Tesla.
But how I would want this done, remade is, have you ever seen those videos on YouTube, man, where people are just slapping each other instead of arm wrestling? It's slap fights.
There's a guy who had it in the movie was getting his face slapped back and forth and just taking it.
Oh yeah, like that's kind of like, I want that aspect, and I want to see that in the next Over the Top too, like over the face. I don't know, something better title.
Over the face?
Over
Really?
the cheeks.
Over the cheeks, yeah. Red cheeks. Maybe that's what they call it. I don't
make
know.
it religious. Turn the other cheek.
Turn the other cheek. That's good, Evan.
Wow.
I don't know. That's what I want to see, though.
Could you imagine, like, this guy trying to get his son through a slap fight competition?
Yeah.
I like it.
He wants to get in. Dude, this is not for everyone. Like, son, you're just too young for this. I love it. They should do it.
Next time we hang out, we should do a slap fight instead of beer pong.
No.
That's the new drinking game. After we do beer pong and we had a few, let's switch to beer or slap face. Ing.
Slap face?
I like it.
Ing. So you recommend it, Ryan?
Oh, absolutely. I understood exactly what was going to happen this entire movie in the first 5 minutes, but I still wanted to watch it. And all the way through.
Yeah. Dude, how wacky it gets. Like, you wrote down how like semi trucks were crashing through dimensions and like the whole like they threw in everything into this movie. I mean, again, it's like typical 80s fashion. It's hilarious and fun to watch.
It's almost as good as watching slap fights. Because that's
almost.
I'm totally watching that right now. I'm gonna watch that the rest of the night.
There you go.
So yeah. Watch Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone and I think Terry Funk and a couple other professional wrestlers.
Nice. I'm in. Can't wait for a slap fight. Or, slap face, whatever it's called. Recommendations. Let's make this quick. We're running over.
No.
Invincible. Has anyone heard of this comic?
Yeah, this is a Robert Kirkman thing, right?
It is. It is. And so they made a cartoon, like a very adult cartoon on Amazon. It's being like released like every Friday. And it is just like it kind of makes fun of like the superhero genre in a sense. And it's super brutal. But this is like a series that I fell in love with. Like, people like their Walking Dead. This is the comic series that I liked from Robert Kirkman, and he was doing like both at the same time. And it's all a wrap now, and now it's a Amazon show, and the comics are awesome. So I think that's really my real recommendation. But I just don't want to see this show go away. So I'm recommending that as well, to keep on watching that, because I think it's going to get better and better. So watch or read the comics and watch the show.
Nice.
Done. My mom recommends a show called Your Honor.
Dude, it's so rough. It's
sad.
sad.
She says it's a pretty freaking like intense show to watch. And I watched like the first 2 episodes, and yeah, that first episode, whew. And Bryan Cranston, dude. Like he's my favorite Power Ranger villain. He's my favorite dad in
villain.
Yeah, he was the voice of the villains in the TV series.
Oh, in the TV show, but then he actually got played Zordon in the movie.
I was getting to that list. My favorite Power Ranger villains, my favorite dad in Malcolm in the Middle, my favorite
Floating head.
I was getting there.
Sorry. Keep on jumping again.
Gosh. My favorite science teacher teaching someone to make meth for money. And then my favorite floating head in the Power Rangers.
Nice.
And I think he did some other stuff too, but
yeah. Well, now he's on Honor.
Now
he's a judge.
Driver.
Now he's a party boat driver. Is he in that Thunderlips movie with Hulk Hogan too?
No, he's in Baywatch though for one episode. The
Oh,
original
really?
Baywatch. Yeah, first season.
Oh, I want to see that. That's awesome.
It scared me because I'm like, who the hell is he? And then, oh my God, it's Bryan Cranston. But he just looked so young. It was crazy.
That's
Holy
awesome.
shit! Dude, did you know there's a channel called Baywatch Remastered where it plays nothing but Baywatch, by the way?
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I watch it when I'm at the gym all the time. Actually, can I recommend that for one of you guys?
No. You
Go to the
recommend that
gym.
for yourself.
Go to the
Nice.
gym and find the Baywatch episode with Bryan Cranston.
I believe it's on Amazon, so
I'm watching it right now.
Nice.
All
it's
right,
a good one.
Evan, how about you?
All right, so Peter, you helped remind me of this show, but Bruce Campbell back in the day, a show called Briscoe County Jr. He plays a cowboy, but it's really weird. There's like a weird meteorite thing. He's a Harvard-educated, poker-playing, smooth operator, gunslinging, talking to his horse guy.
Jeez.
It is so great because it is so cheesy, but it has some amazing parts too. Like, you got to watch this. I believe it was done around the same time for Hercules and Xena.
Oh man, I want to watch this now.
It is
This-
great, but cheesy as fuck.
I like that though. What was it called again?
The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
It sounds so familiar.
I have the DVD set of the complete series, but it's
You
very
do?
hard to find.
Wow, I need to borrow this.
Oh, hell no, this is a collector's item.
Oh, come on. Well, I'm in. Sounds awesome. Oh, here it is. Yeah, 1993 to 1994. Wow. I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna find this and watch it.
It's probably on YouTube.
Shit.
I'm sure it is.
I just found out YouTube has a bunch of stuff on there.
Good old YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
What was this? I said it was on TNT.
I believe so, yeah.
Nice. Dude, that guy looked like, I'm surprised he wasn't in more like westerns. I feel like Bruce Campbell like looks up like straight up like cowboy, but
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Awesome, Evan. Way to do a throwback. Well, I think this is the time where we wrap it up, guys.
Now we wrap it up.
We're not going. Yeah,
We've been going raw this entire time.
raw dog it the whole time, man. Sorry about the brain farts, and
We had a bunch of them today, didn't we?
dude, there were so many. We're so confused. I think Evan's the only one that didn't have one.
Don't worry, I had my own actual farts, so it was worse.
Mac and me was just like, I was like, I've never seen that ever.
Well, thanks everyone for listening. Check our website, bmoviesbeyond.com. Tell your friends, do all the shit that Ryan told you to do earlier. And we will catch you next time. Thank you guys. It's been fun. Until next time.
Pew pew out.
Pew pew out.
Pew pew out. Wait, do we do extra pew pews and then pew 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 pew? Or pew pew pew?
You do you, boo boo.
I'm gonna pew pew you, boo boo.
There we go.
All right, pew pew out.
Be sure to visit bmoviesbeyond.com.